So, I'm gonna be totally honest. I was confused at the end of the last episode why there was a staircase here. It turns out I'd actually gone in a big circle. This is actually where I came down from. So, I just wanted to start the episode by saying that. So basically, in the last episode, we made our way into Ikebukuro. And promptly got arrested for it. And then we got put on trial for basically using demon crimes. Fortunately, because we were such a good friend to Takashi early in the game, he did let us out of the jail. However, he isn't exactly the happiest that we, didn't listen to him and just went in here. Also, I figured I might as well just kind of duck back into this room to heal, because, well, it's, I've got access to it. I see no real reason not to. And that is 5 enemies. I'm just gonna run away from those like a big hero. And this seems like the way to go. Oh! Okay, Neo. I cannot allow any prisoners to escape. Okay, I assume that this must be the boss here. Or at least a boss in here, so let's just get right on into this. Okay, yeah, the sudden music change definitely tells me that this is a boss fight. So, we'll just do a regular attack. Kai Lin can't really do anything else, so it'll just do a regular attack. I'll have Senri try to put this thing to sleep. I'll have Kazuya just do a regular attack at first, and I'll have Yuka cast Zyonga, and just see how much we can get out of it. Okay, so now I know that... Okay, so we can put it into shock, that's good news. That did no damage. Okay, we did a little bit of damage with our other physical attacks. However, I now know that Domino won't do anything. So let's try an extra attack here. Let's do a regular attack. We'll have Senri try Mazanma. And no, I don't need to use the comp, but let's try gun damage. And I'll have Yuka cast Zyonga again. Because I'm working on the logic of if I can basically stun lock this guy, well, if I can stun lock him, I'm not going to be too worried, am I? And hopefully we can do... That also did no damage. Okay, so Kazuya just does no damage in this fight. That is a very important information to have. And now, I've actually just had a thought. I've had an idea. Let's quickly just patch everyone else up. I'll use Kazuya's turn to... It didn't revive. Okay, it didn't actually revive. But I can use an item for this. So I can use an item. I can use the gold pill. No, wait, use which item? Everyone is alright. Okay, so, okay, apparently I can't use it in fights, but let's just, do regular attack then. And then Yuka can once again just hit him with Zyonga. Basically, I was working on the logic of I should have actually patched up my Hobgoblin, and I could use Tarukaja from there. However, I'm also quickly realizing that this guy, I haven't made it, basically, I've made it so it can't move so far. However, I'm also realizing it is just not taking damage. I don't know how much health this guy has, but it seems... I don't know how much health this guy has, but either... I feel like this is falling into the category of either he has a ton of health, or I'm just doing no damage. But then again, I feel like I am actually doing, a collective 100 damage per turn or something. So I imagine I'm probably not doing much. But at the same time, I'm keeping the boss stun locked with Zyonga, so I'm not really too worried about it. So, this may take a little while, but I feel like I'm pretty much on the track to victory. Because, well, obviously, I've taken 0 damage so far. And, well, that is very good, very beneficial. I love it when I'm not taking damage. So now the question is, can I kill this thing within, the next 10 turns? Will it die within the next 10 turns? Does it die before Yuka runs out of MP? And I am doing less damage this turn for some undiscernible reason. Is this thing actually getting turns and I'm just kind of skipping them and not noticing? What's happening here? Because, well, Kazuya still does no damage. Senri hits for 11. Werewolf hits for 26. Kylan hits for 20. But I can just kind of run this back turn after turn, because, well, again, this guy is not moving. Oh, he got to move. Okay, he got to move, but Shibabu didn't actually do anything. So let's just keep going with this. And I don't really have much else to say on this, because I don't know if this guy ever appeared again. I don't know if this... I've never heard of a demon called Neo appearing in any of the other Megami Tensei games, so I genuinely think this guy might have been a one and done. I might be completely wrong, he may have appeared in one of the earlier games, like he might have appeared in the early Megami Tenseis, so I might be completely wrong on that. like, he might have appeared in the early, like, in the pre-Shin Megami Tensei days, but I've never seen him appear in actual regular Megami. Sorry, I've never seen it in Shin Megami Tensei. I'm gonna let him move this turn just so I can get rid of the binds on everyone, and hopefully, okay, that hit. Okay, hang on, that actually hit really hard. Yeah, you know what? I'm suddenly less happy about letting this guy move. And honestly, I'm starting to think maybe if I should, I'm starting to think maybe I should have started, okay, put Rakukaja up. So I'm starting to actually think what I should have done here, yep, what I'm starting to think is I should have seen this guy do this, started the recording over, went and revived Hobgoblin and brought that to the fight with me. But I've started now, so I'm gonna continue as I started, and hopefully we can just get through this guy without too many issues. Have a Shibabu. Okay, it only hit one guy, so that's not too bad. We're still getting decent damage out here. And let's see how much we can do with everyone else. Because he does have one Rakukaja up, so he does do a little bit more. Like, sorry, we do a little bit less damage. He basically has slightly higher defense than he once did. However, Yuka is promptly running out of MP, which is definitely not ideal for us. But then again, we are also gradually whittling away his health, and I hope he can't heal, because if he can heal, I'm going to be very annoyed. And, well, if he can heal, I'm going to suddenly find myself in a very bad situation. Fortunately, as soon as I beat this guy, I can just run back and heal. I can just run back, talk to Steven, and we should be good to go. And Kylin will eventually just get to move again by itself. Actually, you know what? Let's use Yuka's turn to attempt... You know, let's use one of these Dragon ATMs, see what they do. Okay, Werewolf hits for 17, Kazuya hits for 5, Neo hits Kazuya for a lot. Okay, we are actually starting to take a lot of damage there. That did 29, but I still don't know what it did. So, I genuinely don't know what kind of damage that does. I'm gonna assume that's probably like fire or force. Like, I don't know why, but it doesn't seem like it would be... It doesn't seem like an ice one, and it doesn't seem like an electric one. However, Werewolf is pretty low now. Fortunately, I can just use someone else's turn to patch it up if I need to. And hopefully Kylin will get to move again soon, because Yuka is almost out of... Oh no. Yuka is almost out of MP. And also, it's starting to do a lot of damage. Okay, that hit really hard. That's bad. That's actually really bad for me. So let's patch it up. Let's shoot. Actually, no. Kazuya can use his turn to use a bead to fully heal the werewolf. And then Yuka can use her last Zyonga cast. And hopefully this does a lot. Okay, it does the same damage it's always done. But hopefully we can just keep going from this. And, well, I feel like this isn't a hard battle, but it's a battle of attrition for certain. And Yuka is now out of MP. So what I can have her do instead is start throwing... I can have her use a Mabufu Stone and see how it reacts to that. Because, well, actually, I should just start casting Mazanma. Kylin took a lot, Senri took a lot, Mabufu did nothing, but it did freeze it solid. However, I am now very much aware of a new fact, that fact being, this thing apparently also resists ice. So that is good information to have, and I do not have any SP left at all on Yuka, so she can now use, I guess I'll just have her use a Life Stone on herself. Kylin's nearly dead, but that's okay. However, he just increases defense a bit more. Fortunately, the magic damage that Senri does... Basically, the magic damage that Senri does isn't affected by Rakukaja, so I'm still okay with that. So we can keep spamming that out, and as long as Senri is alive, we can make progress. And now I'll have Kazuya use a Life Stone just to patch Kylin up a little bit, and then Yuka can use another Dragon ATM. It'll only do like 30 damage, but it... Well, it's 30 damage that I wouldn't have otherwise. And this guy is just, he is setting up. Well, this thing, I don't know if it's a guy or not. You know, these things aren't, like, gendered or anything, so I'm just assuming from its design and whatever, it'll be fine. Hopefully we can finish this thing off sooner rather than later. You know what, let's try this Stinger, see what this does. Mazanma missed, Kazuya shoots, missed, Werewolf hits for 11, Neo hits for 85, Yuka dodges it, Werewolf dodges it. Okay, Kylin actually gets to move again. That did 10 damage, that did nothing. That did nothing! Okay, let's hit him with let's use another Dragon ATM. I should have used Senri's magic on its turn, but hopefully we can finish this off sooner rather than later, because I am talking in circles here. Also, I don't know, I don't know, I feel like this is, I don't know what this is a recolor of, I imagine. Like, is this a unique sprite? Is it a recolor? Either way, I'm just going to keep spamming Mazanma, because it's all I really have. And Yuka is... I want to keep what? Actually, you know what? Now I'll just use the last Dragon ATM. I probably wouldn't get another one for the remainder of the game. Also, how am I missing so frequently now? Like, it's... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, I think it's time for Kazuya and Yuka to go on healing duty. So let's patch up. Actually, I can just use double beads here. I have plenty of beads available. So I'll heal up Kylan and I'll heal up Senri. Because Senri is basically the only thing that's keeping me alive right now. Well, not keeping me alive, but keeping me in a damage state. It's actually doing more damage than anyone else is. Okay, Kylan took a lot, Senri took a lot. But I know I can take another turn's worth of hits, if nothing else. And let's just shoot at it, I guess. Shibabu binds Yuka, binds Kylan, but everyone else gets to move. We do 2 damage, we do 10 damage, we do 4 damage. Okay, I do need to remember to actually use Senri's move each turn. So I need to cast Mazanma each turn. Kazuya can... I could just summon up Oncart. I want to summon up Oncart, but I just can't. Like, I can, but it would push me more towards law alignment, I think. But at the same time, it would be more safety. I don't know. If things start going really south, I'll do it. But I don't want to unless I absolutely have to. And hopefully... Like, I've been fighting this thing for a good while now, so hopefully this thing's nearly dead. But honestly, knowing how bosses are in this game, it could be halfway. Like, like, this is a Shin Megami Tensei boss. This thing could be on half health for all I know. And because it's a boss, it doesn't have the little thing to give us to identify it to see how close it is to dead. I'm just I basically just have to wing it and hope that it's nearly gone. I assume that it must be, because I've been wailing on this thing for quite a while, and well, I'm doing decent damage. I'm doing no damage with my physical attacks anymore because I set up like 4 Rakukajas, and Yuka is basically dead weight now because she is... Okay, I did it. Okay, Neo is defeated, and we got 36,000! We got 36,864 experience. Yeah, Kazuya levels up. Kazuya levels up 4 times! This man leveled up 4 times from that! Hang on. Hang on. This does not add up. Okay, let's put a point into his strength, into his vitality. Actually, if I put all the points into his vitality, does he get more max health? Yes, he does. Okay, let's put that point into his speed, vitality, strength, and luck. Let's go lucky 11. And Yuka also gets the same amount and goes up another 3 levels. Okay, so let's put Yuka's points into speed, vitality. Yeah, I'll put her points into, actually... let's go intelligence, magic, and speed instead. And now, Yuka learned a new spell. We got 3,400 money, and we got a nice chunk of magnetite. Will you leave the prison? We actually are not going to do that just yet. Like, I could, but I don't know when I kind of want to investigate a bit more. I want to see if I can go and fight Yama. Oh, Steven isn't here? Wait, am I going the right way? Yeah, Steven should be here. Okay, since I defeated Steven... Okay, I've already defeated Steven. So, sorry, I've already talked to... Oh no. That's a Tamama. I'm just going to run for it. I'm just going to run for it, and I think I should be safe now. Because now I know I have the X available to me. That's Saniyaka. I can fight these things. My people who can fight these things are bound. Let's make a run for it instead. And because it turns out Yuka and Kylan are both still bound, so unless they get free, I can't comfortably fight these guys. Fortunately, I can now leave the... Basically, once I get out of the prison, I should be safe. However, these are starting to be a little bit of an issue here. Hopefully Yuka gets out of that bind sooner rather than later. And Kylan is also still not available to use anything. So hopefully we can just kind of... I don't know, I think I have to just brute force my way through these guys. 36 damage to each is going to be a nice little starting point. But if I could just cast Hammer, I'd kill them all in a single strike. Like, Hammer would just kill them all instantly because it's Hammer. It is literally the insta-kill attack. I don't even know what that did, but okay. That didn't work. Hopefully Yuka... Basically, if Kylan gets free, that's good. If Yuka gets free, that's great. Yuka's free. 10 out of 10. Okay, let's do that. Senri can cast Mazanma. Actually, no, that'd be a waste of time. So let's just do that. And now Yuka can cast... She learned Mazionga! She learned Mazionga. Oh, that is super good, actually. We now have Mazionga for the rest of the game. That is super good. And this will just kill all 5. So that is 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead. Is that number 4? There goes number 4. And that is all 5 Saniyakas destroyed. And what's up next? 3 on-carts. Let's just talk to this guy, because it is a friend. And what's up next? 4 Mezukis. So let's just fight these guys. Senri can hit them with a Mazanma. Kazuya can do that. And Yuka can hit these guys with a Mazionga. You know what? Just because it's our newest skill, let's see how much it'll hit these guys with. And that... Okay, that didn't do too much. That was a cool little animation for it, if nothing else. 47 damage each is pretty substantial. And also, well, that's just nice to have. And Kazuya can also just gun these guys down. They aren't quite low on health yet, but that's it. But that's still a decent chunk to do. Let's try Hana, hit them with a Mazanma, shoot at them again, and just hit them with another cast of Mazionga. And, well, we are, like, around the corner from the exit to the prison, and I imagine that'll probably just take us straight out of the building, and probably out back into Ikebukuro. However, I assume I'm gonna have to fight Yama at some point. Like, I know that I'll have to fight Yama. It's like the it's like the demon lord around here. I have to fight her at some point. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that at some point in this game, I will have to fight Yama. And I imagine killing him will push us even further towards law. So maybe I should try to, like, balance myself out with some chaos for a bit. But then again, I don't know, whatever. Basically, I know that in one of the later dungeons, you do get to, like, really push your alignment to one side or the other. Because that's when it starts, like... Because that's when it starts approaching the end game. And so it's like, hey, you need to, like, make your decision. But obviously, we're still trying to be neutral if we can. Okay, we got 300 Magnetite for that as well. Also, I'm not healing because I'm pretty comfortable I can just get out of here. So let's just escape from Saruta Hiko. We get out of there, we take 1 step forward, and we leave the prison. And that is not what I was expecting to see. Let's go... Okay, Mappa spell's expired, but that's fine. We found some stairs. Okay, we can go... Oh... I completely misunderstood. So we can go up or back down. But Steven isn't here, so... What do I do? Like, Steven isn't here anymore. Okay, Mipatra didn't get rid of poison. Wait, I have Pozumudi. I have Pozumudi, and I think I have some Dispoisons. I have 2 Dispoisons, of course. Of course I'm short 1. Of course I'm short 1 from what I need. Also, I don't know if the stairs are like a direct line out, so I'm gonna be a little bit careful on this. So I also want to cast Pozumudi. I'm gonna use Pozumudi to get rid of the poison from Senri, because, well, I feel like I need that. And while I'm here, let's just check how close Yuka is to leveling up. 1500, okay. Since she's really close to leveling up, I feel like I can use her MP without really needing to worry too much. If I absolutely had to, I could teleport out, but I don't know if that would break the game. Because I don't know how I would get back in here if I didn't. Like, if I teleport out of here, I don't know how I get back in. And if I do that, I don't really know how that, like... I genuinely think that could sequence break the game, and I don't really want to worry about that. Because, well, I don't really just... I don't know, it's something I just don't want to have to worry about. So, what is in here? Anything? An elevator. Well, that's, well, that is definitely a key towards an exit. I feel like that definitely pushes me towards an exit point. Which also leads me to a question. Is there, like, a store in here? Is there a terminal? I feel like Ikebukuro is, like, a major area. I feel like I should get a terminal in here, right? But also, I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned. I kind of want to keep going. I imagine I'll probably run into Yama either in his courtroom, wherever that is, or back on the first floor. Like, he'll be properly guarding the exit. So I can go back up the stairs to one place. So I think I'm actually going to investigate the upstairs area first, just to see if there's any demons or anything in there. Not demons, if there's anything of interest up there. And then I'll check downstairs, I suppose. So first things first, let's throw a mapper back on so I can actually try to see where I'm going in here. So, where am I? Okay, they've been putting a lot of bad men in jail at the Ikebukuro Prison and executing them. They say it's been like that there for a long time. One person I met said that there used to be a planetarium and an aquarium there, but what are those things? I've never even heard of them before. Okay, so that is true, that is true. I do know from playing Persona 5 that there is a planetarium in Ikebukuro. I do kind of want to go to Ikebukuro at some point. It sounds like a really nice and interesting place. And also, planetariums seem kind of cool. I've never actually been to one. And also, I should probably keep an eye on where I'm going in here. Okay, I found an elevator. Wait, an elevator. An elevator. Of course, an elevator! Which, honestly, now that I think about it, makes very little sense in terms of, like, the layout of this building. But I can just take it all the way down to the bottom if I need to. But just going to go back. I'm just going to go back down to the 3rd floor. Because this is where I know where it is. Because now this is over here. Wait. Okay, yeah. I know where I am now. I know where I am. It took me a second to, like, properly get my bearings back. But this is in the middle of here. So, I can now make my way back down there if I need to. But I'm going to try proceeding downwards as soon as I get out of here. Okay, Saniyaka, buddy. Buddy, do I have some bad news for you? It's called Hammer. And I missed. Of course. Of course I missed. Why would I ever hit? Like, in a moment where I could style on an enemy, when would I ever land the hit? And what did that do that time? That didn't do anything, so that's not too bad, actually. And we got some more magnetite. How much do we cost now? I don't actually know how much it costs per turn, so let's see how much we've lost from this. It'll be 2 steps. 67. Okay, it costs 6 per turn. So now let's head down these stairs. Maybe I should come back up here. Like, I feel like I maybe didn't check out the entire area, but that is a really small place. It's like I turned and went 1 step and immediately found the elevator back down. So that's not too bad. That's a dead end. But I'm still gonna walk into a lot of the dead ends just to see if there's any, like, person heal. Yeah, who will not who will heal me, but someone just to talk to. Because, you know, you never see people coming in this game, so, well, who knows, there might be something. Suppose of the stairs, as that's another dead end. It looks like this is an inside-outside kind of circular area. Like, there's an inside bit and an outside bit that seem to loop around. So, assumably the stairs, as to go back down, will be on the outside bit, and the stairs to come back up will be on the inside. I don't know, I might be completely wrong about that, but that seems to be that's like my first impression of this area. Because this is the elevator here. So, I've basically just went in 2 small circles. And I'm very glad I have Oncot with me, so I can just negotiate my way out of fighting those guys. Because that could have potentially gotten very bad very quickly. And this is just one guy, so I'll just hit him with a Zyonga. And honestly, I still don't know if Agidyne, Bufudyne, Garudyne, all those abilities exist in this game. Actually, now that I think about it, Garudyne definitely doesn't exist. Because otherwise, I feel like I would have seen Garu at some point in this game. Like, I feel like I'm too far into the game and haven't seen Garu for it to be in the game at all. Okay, stairs. Okay, I found some stairs down, so I will go down those in just a minute once I figure out everything else that's going on in here. Okay, so there's a dead end here. I do want to check out this kind of like outside line. Some more stairs that also go back up. I don't like this. Wait, have I gone backwards? I have gone backwards, I think. Because those are the stairs down, so I need to go... Oh! Okay, so there is another area over here that I didn't check, though. So let's go and quickly check that out before I go on over. So let's check out this kind of outside bit, and then we can go and make progress. Okay, a treasure box, a look incense, okay. I love finding more incenses that I'm probably just going to keep in my inventory until, like, the final boss. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'll probably get to the final boss. I'll probably get to the room right before the final boss, remember all of the incenses, then just, like, kind of drop them all on Kazuya's head at the same time. And then just suddenly make him super powerful, if he wasn't already by the time I get there. And what's in here? This is... wow, one cellar look by itself. Let's try and negotiate with it. So if we threaten it, it's ignoring you. Let's approach it. And it ran away like a big hero. Okay. There's a treasure box in here. Anything in here? We found a pearl. Okay, we found a pearl. Now I just need to find a diamond. And then, I don't know, maybe I can trade them for a platinum and it'll be better than both of them. And we found a magic incense. That isn't going to do anything for Kazuya, but hey. Actually, no. Actually, no. Okay, I've said the entire game that... okay, that's just one hobgoblin. I've said the entire time that magic is a completely dead stat for Kazuya. That isn't necessarily 100% accurate, but it's still not really worth doing as far as I'm aware. Basically, I'm now working on the logic of it's pretty much a dead stat, but if you really want to just, like, have Kazuya kind of just, like, throw Agilao stones at bosses and everything, then it might be worth putting some points into his magic. Honestly, I'm starting to think maybe I should put a few points into his magic, just so I can... just so if I find myself in a situation like I did with that fight we just did, where it's just like the boss has a ton of Rakukajas up, so I can just like start throwing magic stones at it. Okay, let's see what's in here, if anything. Okay, I should try to negotiate with Mezuki. I'll try to fuse one, because I seem to be running into one very frequently. And anything in here? Treasure box, a vitality incense, and a tamamo, which I know for a fact is not friendly. So let's take a threatening approach, and let's glue her. I still don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm just going to run from it, because I know that I can't just auto-fight this thing, and it's kind of a hassle, and I already got the treasure that was in that room, so what's really the point in fighting it anyway? And also, 10 out of 10, I didn't expect the... what was it called? I didn't expect Neo, the boss we fought at the start of the episode. I didn't think that would give me, like, 4 levels. Like, I really was not expecting... like, I was expecting a chunk of experience, because it was a boss fight. I wasn't expecting it to be 4 levels worth of experience. Like, that seems excessive. Like, I haven't had a massive amount of times in the game so far, but, like, it's only happened a couple of times. But it always just feels weird to me when I beat a boss in an RPG and I level up like 5 times. Like, it just doesn't seem to happen in a massive amount of RPGs that I've played. Like, I think it happened it happens a few times in Final Fantasy X, but that's like the only one I can really think of. Oh, we found Yama's court. This is probably going to be a boss fight. I imagine I can head on in there, and I will get a boss fight. So, I feel like I should probably be prepared for that. So, I don't know what to do now. Because I imagine I can probably just leave, but if I just leave, I imagine that probably doesn't help me. Whatever. You know what? I am going to smile insincerely at this enemy, and then ignore it. And it wants to fight me anyway. So I'm going to throw hands with it and kill it, because it can't really do a massive amount of damage, and I might as well just kill it. Okay, so is there anything in this room? We found 1 life stone. There wasn't a person in here. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run from these Turdarks. That's what I'm going to do first. And then I'm going to patch everyone else up. Wait, how close was Yuka to leveling up? Yuka was really close to leveling up, I think. So I should actually get her that level before I go in. And I think I might make this episode a slight bit longer. Okay, 904, she is actually a little bit further off than I thought. But that should be fine, I think. So let's just cast a diorama and just patch it. So, actually, should I? I'm basically just trying to think for, like, episode length times and everything. And because I don't know how long... I don't know how long the fight with Yama will be, or how hard it'll be. Because I'm very confident that I will walk into that room and I will have to fight him. Like, I don't think that's something that's, like, a puzzle. I don't think that's up for debate. I'll go in here and he'll be like, hey, how are you out of jail? I'm going to try to kill you. Because I imagine that's just kind of how he's going to work. And also, I know that these things reflect hammer, so I know not to use it. However, I can just hit him with a little bit of that Mazionga damage, and hopefully be on our way. How much will Mazionga hit for? 24. Not a massive amount, but still, it does the shock status effect. So I think we should be good to go. Claw hits all of them, I think. Or at least hits multiple targets. And Kazuya just, like, I don't know, Kazuya just went on his Call of Duty grind for a second, sprayed bullets everywhere and missed every single person. You know, big brain. Big brain on his Modern Warfare 2 grind. Okay, I say that, but that's probably because I was just bad at the game. But then again, who knows? It was like, I don't know, I feel like playing any game, I feel like playing any FPS online, you do have the people that just kind of shoot everywhere because they can. It's just like, well, if I cover the entire map, surely I'll hit something. Anyway, we should probably be able to finish off these Turdarks pretty soon. Are they low yet? No? Well, okay, Mazionga should knock them low, right? No? But we can at least status effect them. Okay, Werewolf, claw them. Okay, one of them's low, so we are nearly in the clear here. Also, these guys are, like, nearly on level with me. I say that, but... Okay, they were nearly on level with me when I came into this dungeon. I'm actually, like, 4 levels higher than them now. So let's just try to gun them down, I suppose. Okay, there's one, and all the others are still high enough to not... Oh, they can heal? That is kind of infuriating. Honestly, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Because these guys, turns out, they have a lot of health. Unfortunately, they still hit for 100? That's a lot of damage, actually. But we can just finish these guys off. And, okay, that can heal itself, but we can finish them off. And we get 497 experience. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... I don't actually know what I should do here. Because I know I want to fight Yama before I leave here, because if I leave this building, I don't know if I can come back. I assume I probably can, but I do want to fight Yama. But I am also concerned that I'll probably end up with like a 45-minute episode if I do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start... I think I should start like wrapping this episode up now. Okay, that's how I'll do this. What I'll do is I'll end this up... I'll get Yuka to her level up. Then I'll end this episode off there, and then I'll start the next episode going into Yama's court and fighting him. I assume I'll be fighting Yama, because, I don't know, I feel like it's just a safe bet. So that's two Cellar looks dead. Okay, we killed 3. That's not too bad. And now we just kind of, okay, Mudo, who'd that hit? Okay, of course, it killed my werewolf. Of course. Which, actually, all things considered, isn't too big of a loss. It's a little bit on the inconvenient side, I'll definitely say that. But how close is Yuka to leveling up now? Yuka is 157 EXP away. So let's have, let's have Kailin cast... I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. I didn't want to do that. That was the wrong button. Wait, my werewolf's dead. Dead. Like, I need to go to a healer dead. That's really bad. Because Hobgoblin was dying, but my werewolf is dead. Okay, what I'm gonna do is end this episode off here, and actually no, I'll do one more fight to get Yuka's level up. Like, I'll get Yuka's level up. Actually, before I do that, I should have her patch everyone else back up. But I also kind of want to go and try to find a way to revive my werewolf before I do this next fight. But again, I don't know if I can leave this building. So, this is going to be a little bit on the dangerous side, potentially. But I'm still just going to do it. Basically, what I'm going to do now is finish off this episode by having Yuka level up so she gets all of her MP back. Then I'll end the episode off, and in the next one, we'll start by going into Yama's court. However, I put Estoma on by complete accident, so I don't think I run into fights here anymore. And I don't know how to turn that off. if I cast Estuma again, does it, like, nullify it? How does this work? Because I don't want Estuma on. Because, well, it's kind of stopping me from getting into fights, and I would like to get into fights, actually. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... Can I take the stairs up? If I leave the floor and come back... If I leave the floor and come back, maybe that'll work. Actually, I'll just go down the stairs. I'll try to find an exit, I suppose. This looks like a labyrinth, actually. You know what, let's go back up the stairs real quick. Let's go back up the stairs, and I will try to figure this out. I'll try to figure this out in between episodes. When I come back, Yuka will be at her next level, so she'll have all of her MP back. Don't quote me on this. I'll probably be putting the EXP point into her magic, I imagine. But I'm gonna end this one up. Actually, I'll just walk back. I'll walk back to Yama's court first, because that's gonna be where I do the next. Because that's gonna be where I start the next episode off. Okay, well, Mappa expired, so I imagine that eventually... Estuma will. But yeah, so here's Yama's court. I'm going to end this episode off here. I'm going to level up Yuka in between episodes, because I need Estuma to wear off, and who knows how long that'll take. So in the next one, we'll be going into Yama's court and assumably fighting him. So I'll hopefully see you all for that next time. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.